Hello everyone, this is Banto. How you guys doing? I hope you're doing well. So yes, I mean I decided to go live. Although I don't really do live on my channel, but this is something that I wanted to talk about, and I didn't really want to do like a big thing about it, editing and all those things. I just wanted to say what I was thinking, what was in my mind, and everyone will I had to say take it and do whatever they want with it. Yes, I mean, for those who don't know myself, I didn't know. I'm talking more specifically about DJ Stephen's Twitch boss. I'm sorry if I didn't say the name properly. To be honest, I decided to talk about this, not necessary because I knew who was the person or whatever, because a lot of things has been going on, and I've been feeling, I felt very funny about the whole thing. So to be honest, if that guy didn't die, if somebody has shown me his picture, I would tell the person, yes, I think that the face, I must have seen the face somewhere, but I will not be able to say who is the person and what to do. To be honest with you, I didn't really know anything about him at all. And this is simply because whether is the show in which he mainly work on, and or whether is who he was outside that show, I really didn't know. I never watch the Ellen DeGeneres show. I never watched this. I know about it because obviously a lot of people are talking about it on social media and media in general. They used to talk about it. I didn't even know that the show has stopped. I didn't know that. I just learned that with the death or Stefan Twitch boss. I don't know why I'm gonna just want to say Stefan boss. That's when I learned that the show was not on anymore. And to be honest, the truth is that there's a lot of people who naturally I never feel right about them. So from the moment I never felt right about them, I never like I don't know who they are. In general, I don't follow. I'm not gonna say follow. I'm not a fan. I never been a fan. I think I was a fan when I was very young. It was not really being a fan. I was not so much fan of the music. I was mostly fan of the person for what they represented. I had a look. This was when I was really a teenager. And since then, I never really been a fan. I'm nobody fan. I love music. I listen to music. Sometimes I will listen to music without even knowing who is singing that music. Sometimes I can know the name of the person, but apart from the name, I don't know anything else about the person behind the music. That's just who I am. Same thing for the movie. I like specific type of movie. I will never go and watch a movie because of a specific actor. No, I watch a movie because the kind of like the type of movie that I like, and I will go and watch that movie, which is very rare. You know, even at the house, with everything, I will watch specific movie for what they represent, not because of who is playing in the movie. And this is very important. It's important why? Because I feel like that's what asking more and more people to get closer to the spirituality. Some people feel like just because they are religious people, that mean religion means spirituality. Religion is not spirituality. Religion and spirituality are completely two different things. It's very important for you to get closer to your spirituality, to tap into your spirituality, to connect with your spirituality, because your spirituality is within you. And once you're connected, believe me, your spirituality will separate you and take you away for anything that is dark or negative that you don't need in your life. It will take all those things away from you. You won't actually need to do the job yourself. You won't actually need to do all those things yourself. It will just take you away from them naturally. The same way that whatever that is something common, as long as you kind of like pay attention to a specific information, straight away you will know exactly what is the truth. You will know exactly what is the truth. You don't need the media. You might need the media just for them to talk about something. And if you put an interest on that thing, you will know exactly what is the truth without even asking anyone. Inside yourself, within yourself, you know what is the truth. So yes, I decided to talk about this because, like I said, I found that very disturbing and very, very I'm not going to say scary because it's not scary. I found that very disturbing. I found that disturbing. Why? I found disturbing because when it came up that Stephen Boss died, and according to everybody, yes, when you hear people talking, he was an happy person, he was all those things. I'm not saying that an happy person cannot be depressed. No, that's not what I'm trying to say. You know, we know that. But at the end of the fact that everybody else that's was supposed to be close to him kind of like accepted his death just very naturally, like it was something that the way they knew was going to happen, and so they were actually prepared of it. And now that it happened, that another surprise that really really surprised me, because no matter what, unless the person was very suicidal, like they try to commit suicide many many times, they were very very in deep depression, that's when people might react this way. But for somebody that I don't think, like I say, I don't know much about him, so I don't think that he was specifically a depressed person. He might have moment like most people who have some day when you wake up without really knowing why you're not feeling, you're not that happy about things. But I don't think it was that depressed. Even if it was depressive, I don't think it was at that level. I don't think so. I really don't think so. But the fact that the mom, the wife, and the person that they say was working with for years, which is Ellen, that accepted it that naturally, none of them actually questioned anything. None of them said, I can't believe it. I have difficulty believing that he took his own life, because that like disputing it, like actually showing that no, even if they don't accuse anyone, even if they eventually turn out now he committed suicide, but that they should be like, some of them, at least one of them should be like, I find that difficult to think to believe, because that's not who he was. That's not the type of thing that I think they could have done. That's what most people would do in this kind of case. That's what most people would think, but in this kind of type of case. So the fact that everybody close to him actually accepted everything so naturally, so fast, just make it funny. Just make it funny. Just make it feel funny. That's when I start kind of like paying more attention into it. Pay more attention into it. Because another thing that I saw, like, when the husband died, the wife came, the statement that she put just rubbed me wrong type of a way. It rubbed me a wrong type of a way, because this is your husband of, I don't know, few years. He's young. You guys are young kids. Most people won't even have the strength to come and put in this statement at this point on. Daddy, I'm making the video. That this was quick. I'm making a video. Sorry. Most people won't have the strength to come this fast and to put that type of statement. And for me, the statement had no emotion, no strong feeling, no. I don't know how to say that. I don't feel like I'm in a relationship. I've been in a relationship for 14 years. I got 3 young kids. Like every relationship, they'll have been up and down, and but I can't believe if something happened to the father of my kids right now, I don't even think that I will have the strength to even like to address anything in the first day, or the second day, even the first week. Now they will say everybody grieve in different way. Oh, yeah, okay, yes. But like the statement that she put, have no emotion, nothing. I didn't feel anything for hearing it. So those things make you start kind of like paying attention. This is somebody they say committed suicide in the motor. How come nobody hear a gunshot? Nobody hear anything. How's that possible? How is it possible to commit suicide in the hotel and no one hear nothing? How is it possible? And the fact that everything goes so fast, nobody is a second guessing anything. Nobody is questioning anything. Everything just going so fast. Next thing you know, his funeral, that they're going to bury him, or bury him, do whatever they're going to do to him. It's not normal. And then you start looking how many people are questioning his death. How many people are saying that this is not true? And people can always say, yeah, you should let his family grieve, because we know that when somebody commits suicide, people have question. I mean, that's not what it is. I feel like don't be condescending. Don't think that you're too smart or too intelligent or too whatever to come and say that to people. is more than that. The fact that people are questioning this much is more than that. You're not going to tell me anybody who has been talking about it, anybody who is questioning this is just because they have a hard time believing that the guy has committed suicide. Is more than that. Because what you need to understand that we are all spiritually connected, whether we touch into it or not. And that the way that people feel about things, most of the time, the majority of people who have the funny feelings about this, if you checked it, this is right. The way that I'm feeling is actually is real, is real. So you just brushing it by saying that, yes, people, when somebody commits suicide, people have hard time believing it. No, that's not what it is. It's more than that. That's not what it is. So I was just looking at it. And the funny thing, another thing that I saw is that as I'm start reading few things actually, like what he said about him and everything, I start coming across all this tarot card reader. And another thing that I really, really like, kind of like touch, is that all of them seems to go support the same outcome. One of them, actually, everything seems to go the same way. See what I mean? It seems to go the same way. The thinking that the guy did not commit suicide. There has been some type of sacrifice. There has been some type of fake friends. There has been some type of poisoning, and that the same thing keep on coming over and over and over again. I always say this thing, people will take it the wrong way. And to be honest with you, I really don't care. I always say that when you lay with dogs, you catch fleas. That's really what it is. So many of us still kind of like thinking that for some reason, if you're out there as a celebrity and everybody's smiling at you, whether you're into sports, whether you're into music, whether you're into acting, because people are smiling at you, that means people love you. Because people tell you that they love you, that means that it's true. Because people hug you, that means that they accepted you. That means that you're part of them. That means that you are equal to them. And all those this type of story just show you that you have to be very careful who you call your friend. You have to be very careful who you accept to work with. You have to be very careful of what you accept, what is presented to you, and what you decide to accept. No matter how great something look, it doesn't always mean that you need to accept it. No matter how shiny a proposition is, it doesn't mean that what lay behind it is gold. So it's very important for us to understand that the most important thing in this world is no money. Yes, we are under the impression that people who have money rule the world, have the power, have everything. That's true. But at the same time, not having money could also procure you a lot of power. Not having that type of money that those people have. Not doing certain things that will push you to do for you to have that money that you think that you need to do certain things to have that money. Take that power away from you. Take that freedom away from you. But you living your life just making sure that you're walking on the right path. First of all, you will never really lack. You're not going to be in the situation where you can't eat or you can't pay your bill. You'll be able to pay all those things and live comfortably. As long as you are connected. As long as you know who you are. As long as you walk on the right path. It's very, very important. People keep on getting it twisted. It's very sad to see a young life or promising life just going like that. Like nothing happened. And few weeks time, few days time, everybody will have forgotten about him. And that's it, and life goes on. And it's very, very sad. Another thing that I saw is that really also surprised me is that for what I saw is somebody who was very interested, which is rare. Because most celebrity in Hollywood, especially when they're married, outside the race, they kind of like try to stay away from everything that got to do with social justice when it comes to what black people go through in West in the West in general. You know, the way that are treated in America, the way that are killed for no reason in America. Very few celebrity who actually speak up about it, who actually say what they think about it. You know, most of them rather keep quiet, because that's what I was saying to you earlier about freedom. Because to be honest with you, I don't care how much million or billion you have in your bank account. If you cannot open your mouth to say what is just, what is true, then for me, you are just a slave, and a worse one. Because our ancestors were slaves, but they were physically enslaved. Mentally, most of them were free. But nowadays, we have a lot of whole people who give you the impression of being living the life, because they will tell you they have all the money in the world. They live in the best houses, best cars, best everything, best jewelries. But the truth of the matter is that actually enslaved. They are mentally enslaved. They are in bondage. They cannot talk. They cannot speak up. They cannot speak against certain things because they don't know what I mean. So to be honest with you, they're actually tied up. And I don't care how much money you have. I don't care how wealthy you think you are. If you cannot speak up of things that affect people like you, if you cannot speak up for those things, then for me, you're worse than a slave. You know, because her people died for you to be able to kind of like do whatever that you did that actually brought you where you are. Maybe at some point you were greedy, you wanted more, then you have to go and put your head in certain places where now you cannot take your head out anymore. But no matter what, for you to be able to make music, for you to be able to make movies, for you to be able to be out there, and because many black people fought, died to give you that freedom. Because whatever that you have today, it did not happen because some people finally realized that what they were doing was wrong, and that they wanted to rat off the wrong and make things right. That was never the case. Whatever that we have today, we have it because black people fought for it, because they will never stop fighting. That's why I said to you that they might have been tied up physically, but mentally they were free. They never stopped. And that's why today we are where we are. But for some reason, some people still feel like they need to be part of something. And no matter, and they are ready to do whatever that they need to do to reach those things. And once they reach those things, then they're tied up. They can't do anything anymore. So whatever is happening around, whatever that is the case, they will keep quiet. They will never speak up about it. But he spoke up about it. He was speaking about the killing of unarmed black men, black women. He was speaking about it. Another thing that has surprised me, like I was saying, is that it didn't surprise me because that's what he is anyway. Is that the white wife never said anything about him. It was never by his side to speak about it. It was never by his side to talk about those issues. And that's the way he is. And that's why I always ask people, so where's the love? Where's the love? Especially for you guys who say, those who say that are officially married. Are you not supposed to support your husband, your spouse, especially if they're talking the truth, because that's the truth. Unless you are blind or whatever, what is happening in America, where a lot of unarmed black people are killed randomly, is wrong. Even wrong is an understatement. Is wrong. So you might be like blind not to see it. You might be blind not to, you might be part of the problem if you turn a blind eyes to it. Because if you are all talking about freedom, we are all talking about being happy, we are all talking about being together, then we all have to fight those issues because it's not right. But how can you be married to a woman, somebody you share a bed with, who said they love you, yet when you are speaking up against those things that touch people like you, that might even touch your own kids tomorrow, she's silent, she's quiet. She never took part with you to talk about those things with you. I don't think that is the one who told her, no, you don't, no. I believe that she has offered to be part on us by his side. When he was speaking about those things, he won't say no. He won't say no. But that just show you what he is. and everybody can say whatever they want to say, is that 99% of interracial couple, that's what it's about. I mean, the relationship starts off very unbalanced, where it's always maybe 80-20. You know, it's all about them. It's all about what they can have from you. It's all about what they can get from you. There's no really true love. There's no really true love where they will stand by you for those type of things publicly and speak up openly. Never. They will always stand on the side. They will always be like invisible. And many of them will even try to silence you. Tell you, no, don't talk about those things. No, you're not like everybody else. No, it will not happen to you. As if because you are a celebrity, you're making money, you're known, you become, how to say that? Those things do not touch you anymore. Or they don't understand that every time that most normal people you see, me, I'm not living, I've never been in America. I don't even think I will ever go there one day. But every time I see that black person has been killed, he hurt my soul. That's just what he is. So you will be with somebody who is black, but whatever that the person do that to talk about black issue, you are not part of it. So why are you with that person? And then when people are trying to talk about those things, they would say that you're a racist. They will say that you're this, you're that. But all these are just the truth. Is that many of you were in those relationships is one-sided. It's one-sided. They don't care about your struggle. They don't care about what you're going through. All that matters is for them whatever they see that they can get from you. Whatever that they can get through you. That's what it's about. The rest, they don't care. And that's just the truth. So, many of you still get it twisted, like I said, because they will smile at you. They will look at you with admiration or whatever. You think that that's love. You think that that's a woman that you should marry, or you think that that's a man that you should marry. That's not what it is. You know, like one person said, sex do not discriminate. The fact that there's some type of what's the word? Fantasy about black men in general, or black women, which are attached to sexuality, doesn't mean that what you remove that is love. The fact that some black athletes will make big money, you know, in many industries, you see black people who make money. Doesn't mean that now when you will see people, women from other races coming to you, it means that they love you. You know, if you were living in the ghetto with no penny on your name, believe me, none of them will come to you. Just that's how it is. By the end of the day, no matter where you will be, even in the ghetto, you're still gonna find a good black woman who will accept to be by your side, and who will be with you, who will support you, who will ride with you. But for some reason, many of you, when you get there to that point, I don't know if they're the one or the one around you who separate you from your own people, you separate yourself from them, and you get the closest person to you, you will go and choose somebody who know nothing of your struggle, who don't even want to know anything of your struggle. Those are people that you rather go and choose instead of choosing somebody who, no matter what, they will stand by you. No matter what, they will walk by you. No matter what, even if they don't really want to stand by you, they will know what you're talking about when you're talking, voicing some pains or some things like that. They will know what it's about. So that's just what it is. Like I said, you know, I know for sure in my heart that this death of this Stephen boss is not suicide. It did not commit suicide. This man did not take his own life. That's something that I know for sure. He did not commit suicide. And this is not the first time that something like that happened. It will not be the last time. The only thing I can say to people out there is that be smart, open your mind, and more importantly, develop. If you don't have it from the start, develop a critical mind. You know, the darkness in this world is darker than you think. It's darker than you think. And most of you, actually, you get to face and really see what is going on. No, maybe you might not see everything that's going on, but just some aspect of it, you you will poop on yourself. You will. So just, I think that is very important for you to be, yes, to want the best for yourself, but wanting the best doesn't mean that you have to own the world, you know. Wanting the best should just be like have enough to take care of yourself and your family. Because the most precious things is freedom, peace of mind, and peace of mind. That's the most precious thing. If you're in a situation where you have to measure, weigh everything that you're saying, everything that you're doing, then it's not worth it. On this, take care of yourself, and don't forget to comment, to share what you think. Thank you. Bye.